Alright, welcome back. So we'll see how this works. I'm doing this in parts because, you know, throwing all this work in our video probably is not going to work that well. So I'm getting ready to drain the coolant. I might have to find a bigger container than this. So I might have to find one laying around here somewhere. Still working on brakes, and I'm going to start taking all this off. Taking this out, and we'll go from there. All right, so the drain plug is right here. So I'm getting ready to loosen that and then drain it in this thing. Since it shouldn't be that hard, shouldn't be a problem using this. I've done it in the past. I think where I left off last was me saying that I was gonna take the starter out, and I did that. And again, with the help of my buddy Danny, he was down there. He put the pry bar on one of the teeth of the flywheel, right?
Yep.
And then I gave it a good yank, and boom, out. So, and but then he put another idea in my head that I should change my front main seal.
You might as well. I mean, you're already in there that far.
I think I am.
Look at how much work you used to get to this.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order it. Hopefully the dealership has it in stock. Alright, so as you can see, I got the alternator out. There was one bolt here, one here. There's a bracket that sits back here. You have to take these two out. They're 8 millimeters. This is 12, I think. So now, time to hit it with impact. Okay, so here's where I'm at. The alternator pulley, the center bore size is not the same. On this one, it's a little small, just very, like, by, who knows, you know, very slightly. I don't have the measurements, but it definitely won't go into the alternator. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go find a machine shop that can bore out the center hole for me. But not only that, if you put these next to each other like this, it's really hard to tell from the camera, but the teeth don't line up exactly because the snout on this, it's a little shorter than this one. So not only am I gonna have to have them bore out the center hole, I'm gonna have to have them mill this down to this so that these are both the same height and the teeth line up. So here you have the stock crank pulley and agency power one, and it's the same deal. The snout on both of these, this one needs to be milled down very lightly, very small, so that the teeth line up. So I'm gonna have to have that done on this one as well. The center bore is fine. I already tested it. Hey, welcome back. If you can't tell, it's been a couple days by looking at my face. So what I did, now talking about the pulleys, I found a machine shop near my house. It's called East Valley Precision, and so I went in a couple days ago, showed them what I needed done, and they told me that they could do it. Obviously, they're used to taking like huge orders for stuff, so obviously my stuff, you know, they squeeze my stuff in whenever they could. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to pick them up. And so it's been a couple days since I brought the pulleys home. So what happened when I got home is I came over to test fit the alternator pulley, and it wasn't going in because there was still a lot more machining that needed to be done. The center bore was good, but the area around here, including the depth of the pulley behind here, needed to be machined down. So this morning I picked up the parts and everything fits perfect now, so I shouldn't have any issues anymore. Bolt goes there, socket fits perfect in there. So I'm very pleased with the work that East Valley Precision did for me. The staff was very nice. They were very professional, and you know, I showed them what I needed done, and they got it. They understood exactly what I needed. They obviously have state-of-the-art machines and measurement equipment. So back to this, everything's cool, everything fits. This, once you machine that down, I already test fitted it, and it looks like it fits perfect on the crank. And this thing, which is like a sleeve that comes with the kit, so that when you slide this into the front main seal, it makes a much tighter fitting around here, so that there's no oil leakage. So that's actually pretty cool. Trying to find a good place for that breaker bar. All right, so we got that sucker in there. All right,
I gave it 3 Ugga-Duggas.
ready?
Yep.
Give him a spin.
Yeah, that was a little.
Alright.
That ought to be plenty.
Sweet. Let's go put it in. Okay, so here's where I'm at. Front and rear brakes are done. So I'm just gonna do like a checklist in my head. Starter is back in, both bolts are on the connector, it's on the power cables, back on. Alternator, it's back on. Belt is on. Upper and lower radiator hoses are in. My mishimotooilcatchcan is back in. Intakes have been wrapped. I put new intakes at the end of them because other ones, when I went to remove them, one of them bent, but they were pretty beat up, so it was time to go. Oil cooler lines, I zip tied them out of the way. Everything's out. I ended up making this little bracket here, so this wouldn't wobble, and it's perfect now. It's nice and stiff. Alright, this one's for reals. let's see. I'm gonna crank it, start it, check for leaks, and if everything's cool, then I'll go for a test drive. Fans are running. I'm feeling better now because the fans are running and so far no leaks. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just drive it very slowly, gently around my neighborhood just in case something happens, like a huge oil leak or something, or just for any reason. I'd rather be near my neighborhood, within my neighborhood. So now I'm gonna go back to my driveway, give it a quick look-see and make sure that nothing's leaking, and then I'm really gonna go for a little bit more harsh test drive. Alright, back on the road. So I looked underneath, everything's dry. So far so good. Let's see. You can definitely tell the difference. It definitely accelerates a little quicker. Feels a lot smoother too. So much smoother now. It's the only way I can describe it. It's just very smooth in any RPM. I think I'm gonna call this, and then I might do like a follow-up later, just to see how the drivability long term what the car is. But thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And leave me a comment, let me know, you know, are these some things that you were planning on doing, and you know, did this give you some encouragement to try it on your own? Obviously the pulley part, you would have to really be careful on which set you're ordering. I don't know how many different sets are out there. I did talk to Vivid Racing, the owner of Vivid Racing, which is also the owner of Agency Power, and we've been talking about some things, and I'm trying to work something out with them so that, you know, hopefully they can give me a refund. So anyways, I'll give an update on that soon. So thanks again, and next time, until next time. So guess what, I spoke too soon again. When I got home, I looked underneath and there was oil all over the pan. I thought that maybe the oil cooler lines had gone bad or leaked. And after doing some investigation, a couple minutes, I had someone sit in the car, rev the car to about 3,000 RPM, and I saw some oil coming out from the crankshaft front main seal. So I completely fudged that install up, and I had to redo the whole thing all over again. Pain in the butt, but you know, lesson learned. It leaked for two reasons. One, I didn't seat this properly all the way when I was hitting it with the rubber mallet around here. What I really needed to do was get a, you know, like a special installation tool or a big socket that fits over it, and what you want to do is, because inside where the crankshaft snout is, right here on this outer edge, there's like a lid on the timing chain cover, and you want to push this in all the way to the back so that this surface, the outer edge, is sitting perfectly on it. So that was one reason. The second reason, and it could be a combination of the two, or maybe it was just one, I don't know. But anyways, I think it was because doing the install, I was in a hurry to get the job done, because the car, like I said, I wanted to hurry up and get the car done, get it on the road, start driving it. So I completely glossed over the fact that I put this on dry. I never oiled the inside of the seal. So when I cranked the engine with the relay, with the fuel pump relay off, the pulley was spinning on this, and it basically stretched it out because it wasn't lubricated. So 2 reasons: this wasn't seated right, I didn't lube up the seal. So I redid the job, and I went out and got some assembly lube. I used this in here, and what I did on the outside, I used anti-seize. Push that in, and then what's funny is that the pulley actually ended up being like the perfect tool to get this in there. Like, it sat in there around it. It's like the same exact size of the seal. So I ended up using this at the end to push it in, so I know it was in right. I felt more comfortable, and I've been driving the car for like about a week now with no leaks. Everything's cool. So lesson learned: make sure you push the seal in all the way, and make sure you lube it up with something. Yeah, a lot of things I read online said to put oil, but I decided to go with this just because, I thought it was more stickier than oil, and worked for me. So there, lesson learned. So now we can call this done. Next video will be like a full, I've actually been driving it, and the oil cooler's been spot on. It's been perfect. The engine cool temperatures, or the coolant temperature, has been around 200, and so has the oil cooler. The engine oil temperature. They both are literally hovering around 200. The temperatures out here in Arizona have been 110, 114 this past week, and it just stays around 200. I think I've seen the coolant temperature go up 207 maybe, but then it drops down immediately. So doing everything I did was perfect. It's keeping the engine cool. It's keeping the oil cool. So everything I went through, definitely worth it. So I'm gonna call it good for now. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Leave me some comments. Let me know, if this maybe encouraged you to try it, to try something like this, or you've been wanting to do something like this and you just didn't think you could, or maybe you thought it was too complicated. So again, thanks again for watching, and see you next time.